An ancient organization that regulated all aspects associated with the trade of bounty hunting, the Bounty Hunters Guild was comprised of many smaller chapters that operated independently. Typically, these chapters specialized in unique areas of bounty hunting, such as hunting pirates or in the area of kidnapping retrieval. But there was one chapter that specialized in the hunting of Jedi, making its members some of the most elite bounty hunters in the galaxy. In this video expose, I will discuss the Crimson Nova bounty hunting chapter, explaining its origins in hunting Jedi during the Clone War, and its operation right up until the Battle of Yavin. The Crimson Nova's specialization in hunting Jedi made them one of the most powerful chapters operating within the Bounty Hunters Guild. Prior to the Clone War, the Crimson Nova's acceptance of bounties placed on Jedi was minimal. Led by a human male named Stroth at the time, who had great respect for the Jedi, he cautioned against accepting bounties upon members of their order, looking for work elsewhere. However, this direction of the Crimson Nova would change drastically when a female bounty hunter named Mika resurfaced after her release from prison. Stroth would hand over leadership of the Crimson Nova to her, and she would once again accept bounties on Jedi. Mika was motivated by revenge just as much as credits. Her parents, both of whom were death stick dealers, were confronted by the Jedi when she was very young. However, her parents made a deadly choice. Instead of submitting themselves for capture by the Jedi and allowing their business to be shut down by the Order, Mika's parents instead chose to go down fighting, causing both of them to be killed and resulting in a grudge against the Jedi that Mika would harbor her entire life. Eventually, the new leader of the Crimson Nova would get her wish. During the Clone War, a Twi'lek named Karis Fen approached Mika with an offer. Responsible for hiring bounty hunters on behalf of Dooku, Fen offered bounties on members of the Jedi Order. Although Stroth would counsel otherwise, Mika sanctioned these Jedi bounties, looking to avenge the fate of her parents. To make good on these bounties, the Crimson Nova would target the Jedi on the planet of Null, which at the time saw intense fighting between the Republic and Separatists. The Crimson Nova launched a surprise attack on Jedi Master Saw and Barisafi, who were attempting to heal wounded clones and Jedi from the battle. As the bounty hunters opened fire on them, killing a few Jedi in their initial assault and setting the forest surrounding them on fire, Master Saw no other option. In a decision that would ultimately save herself and Barriss, she brought down the remaining trees over the survivors, trapping them away from the flames and from the Crimson Nova. As the flames were extinguished by a rainstorm, Barriss and Master Saw would eventually be rescued by Mace Windu, with the former informing Mace of the attack perpetrated by the Crimson Nova. Understanding that the Order couldn't afford to be targeted both on and off the battlefield, Mace concluded that the bounty hunters had to be stopped, and planned an attack on the chapter's base of operations, the space station simply known as the Rig. Assembling a Jedi strike team consisting of himself and Jedi Masters Saesee Tiin, Agen Kolar, and Kit Fisto, the Jedi assaulted the Rig, cutting down many of the bounty hunters who rose to confront them. Ultimately, the Jedi fought their way to the command center, where they found the chapter's leaders Mika and Stroth. Like her parents, Mika was ready to go down fighting. But Stroth, who held no ill will against the Jedi and who refused to let Mika throw away her life, stunned the Crimson Nova leader and handed her over to the Jedi. At the same time, he agreed to terminate the chapter's practice of accepting bounties on Jedi. But this would not be the end of the Crimson Nova. The Imperial era gave the chapter the opportunity to reinvigorate their Jedi hunting practices, which were still in operation by the time of the Battle of Yavin roughly 20 years later. By that time, the Crimson Nova were led by Brila, the daughter of Mika, who similarly sought revenge against the Jedi. In the months immediately preceding the Battle of Yavin, the chapter was made aware of a Jedi named Kai Justice, who was an Order 66 survivor and hiding within the Outer Rim. Given the chapter's reputation for hunting Jedi, the Crimson Nova were dispatched to apprehend Kai on behalf of the Empire. After hunting the Jedi survivor down and a brief battle that erupted, Crimson Nova members Brila, Boushh, and Zuckuss were able to successfully apprehend Kai, putting an end to the Jedi's 2-decade-long evasion of the Empire. Ultimately, Kai would be brought to the first Death Star, where he was executed personally by Darth Vader, thereby enhancing the Crimson Nova's fearsome reputation. So there we have it, the bounty hunters that specialized in hunting Jedi. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me... For Jedi Master Sa.